Old Town Builders presenting to you the Meadows at Quita Creek. In order to expand our reach into the greater Tulsa area, the Meadows at Quita Creek has a strong opportunity for our company to build homes that are resilient as well as quality construction with a high yield for constructability. I'm Lauren Lesnikowski.
I'm David Gorilla.
I'm Drew Kramer.
I'm Justin Charles.
I'm Mark DeBree Jr.
And I'm Jake Porter.
Today we're going to start with market analysis. Quita, Oklahoma is located just 30 minutes outside of the bustling city of Tulsa, Oklahoma. It has a population of around 9,700 with a 3.1% increase in growth from 2010. It has a median age of 33 with a average annual household income of $51,500. Our 4 target groups were used to determine our home prices. They were also used to determine the types of families we have and the sizes of families for our homes. This here shows that our lowest income group, their market affordability for their home. We use this to determine our home prices, and then we also did a home affordability on all of our other groups to determine what size homes as well as what types of things they needed in their homes. Our CMA is outlined here in blue for our area. The Meadows at Quita Creek is shown on the map in a red star along Route 51. We have an appreciation of home values of 3.65% in 2017 with an absorption of 3 months. Shown on this slide here is our competitors in the area. It shows their home sizes, their location, as well as their prices. We use this as a baseline to determine our home prices as well as different features that we needed to include in our homes. Our in-house design team designed our homes to have features that exceeded those of our competitors while having lifestyle, quality of living, and their lifestyle in mind. And on to David with land development.
Okay, now that we know our target audience, we can effectively develop our land. So our site is 152 acres of land currently zoned commercial, but it's readily rezonable, and we'll be rezoning it to RS3 single-family homes. We take into account both the cost and schedule impacts of rezoning the land. There are numerous wetlands and streams on our site, most notably Quita Creek, running the entire way from our north border to our south border. We also have a drainage easement on our west border that services the adjacent property. We've strategically developed our site so as not to disturb any hydrology features. Wagoner Township goals are similar to any township. They want attractive neighborhoods that effectively use their land while still preserving the natural environment. These goals align with our commitment to sustainable development. After reviewing the zoning requirements for RS3, we increased setbacks to create a more comfortable lot size and allow the owners to have options for positioning their home on the site. We also found that we're required to have a screening fence on any border with commercially zoned land. This includes our south and west borders. And each lot needs 30 feet of frontage on public streets, and each street needs sidewalks on both sides. This is our site completely undeveloped. And this is our site after development's complete. There'll be 290 lots and 2.3 miles of roadway. In addition, we'll have 3 flexible amenity spaces that can be developed by the homeowners association in the future. We also left a green buffer the entire way around our site to separate us from arterial roadways and commercially zoned land. Phasing for land development is broken into 6 phases. The first phase connects East Florence Street with South 273rd Avenue, so we have 2 points of accessibility on this site. The clubhouse will also be completed in phase 1, out of which we'll be performing construction management services until the end of phase 2, and it will also act as a storm shelter during extreme weather conditions. Subsequent phases will be completed clockwise around the site, starting in the southwest and ending in the southeast. The number of lots per phase was influenced by our absorption rate as well as our construction schedule. The total cost for land development is just shy of $6.5 million. I'll be followed by Drew with product development.
In response to the analysis performed of our competitive market area, our in-house design team has produced 6 unique home designs for the Meadows at Quita Creek community. Each design features 3 elevation options for a total of 18 facade types along the streets of our community. Each home is built with high-quality base package materials, but also offers upgrades such as our silver and gold upgrade package, as well as the Apex performance package, which will be covered more in sustainability by Justin. As an added benefit to our customers, we've chosen to include Rethink storm shelters in every home in the community. These storm shelters are built in the garage slab below grade and provide safety for up to 8 occupants during an extreme weather event. These shelters exceed FEMA standards and are rated to withstand an F5 tornado, and these come at no additional cost to our customers. Up first, we'll start with the Kendall, our most affordable home, which starts at $159,500 and 1,350 square feet. The Kendall is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home with a rear-facing family room for private views of the backyard. Up next, we have the Conrad, starting at $164,750 and just over 1,450 square feet. The Conrad features our longest street-facing facade for added curb appeal and is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom model. Up next, we have the Dallas, starting at $176,740 and just under 1,600 square feet. The Dallas features an additional half bathroom, as well as a Jack and Jill bathroom between the 2 standard bedrooms, rounding this home out at 3 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms. Up next, we have the Malcolm, which is our median-sized as well as our model home, which starts at $180,660 and just over 1,600 square feet. The Malcolm is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom model, which features our largest open-concept family area. Up next, we have the Trevor, starting at $187,580 and just under 1,700 square feet. The Trevor is our largest 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom model and features a separate laundry room as well as a traditional dining room. And up next, we have the Wesley, our largest home at just under $202,000 and just under 1,800 square feet. The Wesley features an in-law suite in-house, which rounds this home out at 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. And I'll be followed by Justin with sustainability.
In accordance with our company's initiatives for a more sustainable world, the Meadows at Coweta Creek will offer many green efforts. One of the first things that the team did was we took a look at the National Green Building Standard, land development, and new construction in order to incorporate some of those ideas early on in the design process. Using the 2015 version of the land development scoring sheet, we were able to achieve a score of 163 points, which is 14 points higher than the minimum to reach 3 stars. We were able to achieve this by repurposing the trees into our landscaping mulch, as well as our walking trail that encompasses our entire site. Our community preserves the natural hydrology of the site, as well as So for the new construction scoring, we were able to achieve a rating of a silver rating. We were by utilizing on-demand water heating, above code insulation values, and improved air quality with zero VOC paint. Some of the sustainability elements of our base home, as well as our Apex performance package, is listed on the slide. These items were selected based off the research from the National Renewable Energy Lab, as well as our localized research in the area. The base home includes elements that have their shortest payback period, which is 4 years, as well as the Apex performance package has a payback period of additional 7.5 years. Our team utilizes energy modeling software REMrate in order to figure out initial HERS scores for our homes. The Malcolm home is the one shown. Our communities are at least 16% more efficient than our local competition. In order to verify that our homes meet our air sealing targets, we will perform blower door tests before interior insulation is installed. In summary, we were able to achieve the second highest rating for land development. Our new construction score optimized initial cost versus sustainability elements. We offer a performance package to homeowners who see value in long-term benefits, and our homes are up to 25% superior to our local competition through our design to allow homeowners to have the best experience in purchasing a home. Now here's Mark with sales and marketing.
So from our research and our design, we created a marketing plan that corresponds with our unique features of our development. Starting with our marketing initiatives, we plan on using multiple different types of advertising. For example, for signage, we plan on using billboards throughout the Tulsa area due to a low cost per viewer. In addition, we understand that we have a responsibility to give back to the community. So we also plan on engaging in local partnerships as well as philanthropic activities. Our sales strategy will be broken up into 2 categories, internal and external. Our internal strategy will focus on sales team incentives as well as buyer incentives. Some examples of this is salesperson of the month as well as paying for the transfer tax fees for home buyers. And our external strategy will focus on partnering with local realtors and brokers. So the Malcolm will be used for our model home. It will be fully equipped with our highest packages possible, and it will also be housed by our sales team. Our development offers many unique features. For example, some are 3 flexible amenity spaces, a community center, as well as storm shelters for each home. By taking into account our competitors' prices as well as other market trends, we are able to place our prices directly in the middle of the pack. And this graph above represents our prices compared to the competitors, highlighted in blue. And I will be followed by Jake with finance.
So here's a quick financial summary of our project. We expect total profit of $33.4 million, breaking even in month 65. We anticipate this project will take 101 months to complete, and we have an expected internal rate of return of 10.83% with an equity multiple of 4.5. So as for our debt equity split, this project will be financed by 78% debt and 22% equity. Loan proceeds will total $34 million, and we will contribute $9.5 million in equity. And we think that our company can take advantage of these loan terms, as our all-cash IRR is only projected to be 6.38% compared to our leveraged IRR of 10.38%. So here's the direct construction cost breakdown for each model of home that we offer. Looking at our averages, it costs us a little more on average than $74.50 per square foot to build a home, and the direct construction cost per home is $144,000. While our average base home price is $180,000, that's a 20% markup. Continuing on to cash flows, this chart depicts our cumulative cash flows after loans. Here we can see our anticipated break even at month 65. And also it's important to note that our land development and land acquisition loans are due when 80% of the lots are released, which explains the last decrease in our graph after it reaches its highest point. Here we have our sensitivity analysis, and this chart tells us how our IRR is impacted by changes in direct construction costs and base home prices. Now, direct construction costs can change due to a variety of factors, such as tariff implementation on materials, and base home prices can change due to fluctuations in the market. It's important to note that even if our direct construction costs increased by 15%, and our base home prices fell by 15%, we would still remain profitable and expect an internal rate of return of 5.7%. And although we offer high quality homes, we also offer attractive options for our home buyers. And these options provide us with an additional sales revenue opportunity, as well as better satisfying our home buyers. And we were able to determine the expected quantities purchased of these options by using a weighted average of homes with similar features that we found through market analysis. And we were able to further analyze potential outcomes to our project based on quantities of homes sold. So once again, realistically, we believe we can achieve a 10.83% IRR by selling a relatively normal distribution of the homes that we offer. Now, optimistically, we think we could achieve a 12.56% IRR by selling a higher distribution of our most profitable homes and our most profitable upgrade options. Now, pessimistically, we think we would achieve a 9.55% IRR if the opposite were to occur. So as for risk mitigation and exit strategy, we will not break ground on any lot until that lot is purchased. And we will reevaluate this project quarterly to determine our profitability. Now, if a situation were to arise where we deemed our project unprofitable, we would then increase the amount of move-in ready homes in phase 4 and decrease the prices. Then we would abandon phases 5 and 6 and sell the remaining land. So we believe that the appropriate risks are underwritten to confidently proceed with this project, and we believe with our company's expertise, we will be able to produce a significant positive return by developing the meadows at Coweta Creek.
Thank you for listening to our proposal, and I now open the floor to any questions.
All right, good job. Tim, you're up first.
Just a very good presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
A brief question. In the written proposal we received, I thought that your sustainability information and your amenities of the communities were very weak. However, you did a very good job of rebounding here. Did you notice that and then change it, or did you, or how, why did that change?
Our amenities that we included were all flexible, and so the homeowners association could develop them later. So we didn't include anything specific to what we were going to put in because we wanted them to have the option, since they'll be local and they'll know exactly what the people will want, to be able to develop them themselves.
Also,
So,
after speaking to local home builders in the area around State College, it was advised to us to let the homeowners choose the amenity spaces, as communities often outgrow those amenity spaces that were put in by the developer because we don't know the market as well as they do sometimes.
All right, thank you very much.
Sure.
Great job.
Great job, guys. Thought your market analysis and your sensitivity analysis was really, really good. Couple questions for you. So I saw that the last portion of your project is split up into phases 5 and 6, but wanted to know what was the thought process in splitting it up into 2 separate phases instead of making it all one phase 5?
I can answer that easy. So there were so many properties in phase 5 and 6 that if we made it one, it wouldn't match our absorption rate, and our construction schedule would be too long at the end. And we were concerned that that would cause problems later on. So we decided to split into 2 so that the number of lots in each one matched the average number of lots that we had used so far.
Awesome. And then second question was, did you guys think about doing a true 2-story plan as part of your product?
We did, but due to high wind speeds from tornadoes that often occur in Oklahoma, we determined that it was better to stick with single-story ranches. We did look at the market and determined there were some 2-story buildings in the area. However, most of them were single-story hip roofs.
Awesome.
More of a financial question is, you were talking about the average delivered price being $180,411. Where did that number derive from?
What price were you talking about again? I'm sorry.
The average delivered price.
Average
You had said
delivered
that there was an average delivered price of $180,000?
That's our average base home price.
Okay. And so if you just take the 289 times the 180, it comes out to 52 million. And then in your presentation, you're showing your costs were at 54 million. Where are you coming up with the additional revenue to show this is a profitable job?
Yeah, well, we definitely obtain higher revenues based off of our options, as well as, so in different types of scenarios that we have, where we predominantly sold different types of homes, that explains how we would obtain different amounts of revenue.
Okay. And then also in your financials that you submitted in your package, you had lot premium revenue of $5,125,817, which comes out to $17,736 per lot. And but then in your package, you had said that your lot premiums were based $2,000 to $9,000 depending on location. So I was wondering where the difference was coming up there.
The base lot price was included in our home prices, and then any premium lot prices off of that were then an upgrade based on location.
Okay, and I think my last question is, on the amenity center, you talked about that being your storage facility and then possibly construction office, I think it was
Until
initially.
the end of
Is
phase
that
2,
correct?
correct.
So I guess, what do you think the value of the amenity center as a marketing tool? So when you're selling homes, but you're using it as a construction office and storage, do you think that hurts your absorption rate?
That's why we gave it back to the community after phase 2, because by then enough people are coming in where they can fully utilize it, and then we'll move into a different location to perform construction management services. But during that period, it was better for us to just stay in there so we didn't have to increase cost initially.
Okay, thank you.
That was a good job. Couple questions. First is, you've got 289 units to go through the duration of the project, but why are you only modeling one house? I'm just curious to know, why not model more?
We decided to use one model home so that it doubled as our sales house, or like sales base. And that's the same kind of thought process that we put behind the community center, was instead of investing money up front in something that we couldn't see a return on, we might as well invest it in something that we could use for ourselves functionally in the meantime, before center.
Excuse me. Our spec homes are also kind of a sales approach, as we will be building those throughout the project, and so we could use those in addition to our model home to show different model options.
Okay. The other question I had is your market analysis was very good. And my question though is why did your product offering stop at just under 1,800 square feet? What happens to a larger family need?
So we actually, looking at all of the market in Coweta, Oklahoma, most of the home affordability there is very small. So we tried to create the largest space we could while keeping it within a range that they could still afford.
Okay. Then the other thing I had is you said homeowners get to determine the amenity spaces.
Sure.
Once the homeowners, I'm assuming it's at the closing of the community, who pays for those amenities once they decide what they build?
So for the homeowners association, they would be responsible for paying the difference of what it would cost to construct these facilities. But we are giving them a $10,000 allowance to start this construction. So that might cover some of the smaller amenities that they may want to put on the site. But it would be covered by HOA fees per month.
Okay. Good job.
Thank you guys for great presentation. While I'm asking you guys question, can you please bring up the site plan?
Site plan,
Site plan?
very far back.
Yeah, in the
So far,
presentation.
you guys first actually group of students started with the CMA. That's a great start. So that's actually in real world, what happening around your project. You reviewed the existing market, sold home, closed home, homes in the market, and all that. This is why you guys came to the real numbers. Those numbers you guys gave, 1,300 square feet all the way to almost 1,800 square feet homes. That is exactly the market we have in that area. People who they are looking for homes over $200,000, usually they would rather to stay in other cities. They don't like to come all the way from Tulsa to commute to Coweta. Good job on that. Development costs, you guys mentioned 6.5, which is reasonable. And your HERS index 59 with those features you guys mentioned, it is reasonable. The only things you guys need to change is R value for the attic insulation, which should be 44 instead of 38 in order to get under 60 Hertz rating. Your sales revenue, you said, is $81.8 million, right? Sales revenue.
Sales revenue? Yeah.
So how did you come with that number?
Sales revenue that's based off of the prices of homes that we sold, so.
It makes the number like around $290,000 per house.
With the options. If you add the additional options that we were anticipating people buying, like the nicer facades and any additional add-ons, more windows and stuff like that, the prices went up.
I can get it. So because your houses started from 159,000, goes all the way to 190, under $200,000, which is right. But the sales revenue, I guess it is. To me, it is not very accurate. But you guys need to re-review your financial part to see where that number came from. The rest of it is great. Your strategy for selling the remaining lots are perfect. So everything is great. The last question I have, you guys left a buffer, green buffer, on the east side of the project along 273rd. Why did you do that?
We didn't want any houses back straight up against an arterial street, and we had room on the interior to move them in without disrupting any hydrology. So we left that green buffer, since we can't put any homes there anyway, so that there's no vehicle noise coming into the homes and there's no exhaust bothering people in their backyards. And so we left 80 to 100 feet along that entire row for those.
Is that homeowner property or homeowners association? Is this a common area, or it belongs to those individuals? That's very important, because who's
There's
going
a
to take care of it?
walking
Who's
trail
going
that
to mow
passes
it? Who's
around.
going to maintain it in the future? you
Yeah,
know?
that property would become the property of the homeowners association, and there is a walking trail that does travel through that site. So it also provides an area for semi-public access for the walking trail, while also creating a private buffer for the homeowner.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Very good. Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you.